As you can see here, let me get the light. I've already cut a pretty substantial amount of the firewall out to fit the bell housing in. Plan on getting, I have this up. There we go. Plan on putting the trans back up there, getting it aligned, seeing how much more I need to cut off. I'd like to be able to get to the bell housing bolts from inside the car if need be. I'll be making a panel that covers all that on the inside. I'd like to have it bolted in, so if I need to pull the trans, I can unbolt that panel and get to the bell housing bolts a lot easier. One thing I'm really working on making sure fits. There's gonna work because got the seat today. Just trying to kind of fit that in and everything. But as you can see here, I'm getting pretty close to the pedal here. So I got to be careful on that. Worst case, I get a pedal that's offset a little bit, but I'd like to be able to keep it kind of in the same spot just for the ease. You can kind of see how much I've cut out. Now, haven't quite figured out if I need to do anything here or with the drive shaft. I'm going to start with just getting the transmission in place where it needs to be. Where I'd like it on the engine side. And, cutting through the car here isn't that big of a deal. I've already gone this far with everything else. So I'm going to make it count up here, and then I will accommodate the rest. One thing I will obviously have to watch out for is pinion angle once the time comes for that. But so still don't have a good holder, so I'm rocking a block of steel with the suction cup one sitting there. This is a th400 case. My dad's boss was nice enough that they had one laying around that they weren't using at the moment. So my dad's a mechanic, so pretty good perks there. So I learned that I do have to put in the transmission on its own. I've tried multiple times bolting it up to the Mach motor and trying to get it in, and it just doesn't work with the cross members. So it sucks that way, but I have to put them both in, line it up, and then tighten the bolts. But I'll get this mounted here, and I will probably do a time lapse. All right, here. So you can kind of see transmission sitting in place there. I'll get from the other side. For the time being, I'll move this out. So you can still see I got quite a bit, I think, that I need to cut out. The belt housing itself fits. But not so much on the bolts. I haven't decided if I just want to do little notches for each one, kind of, or shave out the whole thing. But this is also getting a mid plate, which is pretty much going to be going against the firewall. It's going to get a little complicated there, getting the brackets with the steering pretty open on that side. I have that nice angle there, so it's going to be a few inches off the firewall and kind of, I don't know. Obviously need it, but it's not going to be ideal. So what I'm probably going to do here now is, let's see if I can get this in a better spot for you guys. We'll see how this looks, but I'm going to kind of quickly mop draw in where this transmission is sitting just by going like this. You get a rough idea. So that kind of gives me a rough idea. Where I need to cut out. Now, this is kind of another must-have. I mean, having a transmission. They make the mock-up ones for a couple $100 too. I know they make metal ones and like a foam polystyrene ones, but I couldn't justify the cost of that. So I was lucky enough to just get one for free that I have to give back. I mean, even if it's the transmission you plan on using in the car, have it. I mean, obviously, it's a lot heavier, and you got to do what you got to do, but... Oh, another thing, I guess I will have to clearance this out a little more. Another thing that this is going to have... I don't think I have to have the bell housing or flywheel shield because I'll have an SFI. The planes have an SFI rated bell housing. I'll have to double check on that. If not, I'll definitely have to clearance this more. But I plan to probably go with a transmission blanket. So I'll have to make sure that there is enough room on the inside that I can wrap that around in. It's a blanket, so it should fit pretty easily, but obviously getting it in is going to be, I'm sure, the difficult part, but so we'll see. I will probably put it back up on the mount here and probably do another quick sped up thing of me cutting away with the cutoff wheel, lowering this down, cutting it with the cutoff wheel and everything. So, and then raising it back up, doing another fitment, and keep repeating that until I like what I got. Alright, after watching my very hacky cutoff wheel and putting a new one on and whatnot, not too worried about, the corners looking like that at the moment. I'll take the die grinder tomorrow or something and clean these all up nice. I mean, you can see I got some pretty rough edges. I may have to take more off. But I'll get this transmission back on the jack and see how it fits. All right. All right, here. So I think I have this sitting a little higher than I plan to have it, but that looks pretty close. Next step will be to clean those up a little bit and to bring the motor back in, drop it in, see how it fits and everything. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm tired, I'm cold. So yeah. I'm going to do a little unboxing here for what I got from Speedway today. This was actually technically a birthday gift. Had a bunch of points, got $80 off. new seat for the wagon. Definitely is light. Not much to it. Got some foam I think I'll probably end up putting on it. We'll see, maybe I'll get their cover, but first thoughts look pretty nice. Yeah, I mean it's an aluminum seat, so didn't expect it to be all that comfy looking, but I don't know if I'll end up using their hardware for brackets or trying to make my own to work, but we'll see. Sweet.